What's good, you guys? Rucker here, aka James, and welcome back to another week 8 of the Season 3 DTC Draft Battle League review. Now, if that wasn't a mouthful, wow, okay, Ruck, English today. You're doing English. Alright, you guys know what's going on if you're watching these by now. So we're going to move right from the beginning slide into what's coming up. In the Week 8 battles and scores, the biggest winners for the Moon Division were Flygon, and then for the Sun Division, it was Cahoots. The Houston Toros took a dominant win with a 5-0 over the Limbo City Luxrays. The Boston Blastoise took a big win with a 4-0 over the Backwater Crocodiles. The Indianapolis Bolts took a perfect win over the Washington Blazikens. The Jersey Grim Snarls took a 3-0 win over the number 1 seed in the Seoul Salamances. The Chicago Dragapults took a big win, a 5-0 win over Vegas Golden Escavaliers, which unfortunately I think pushes Scythe out of contention at all for playoffs. But now all he can do is mess up playoffs for everybody else, which is fantastic. Love being in that position myself. Makes things harder for the people. Cahoots and his Hawaiian Kamos also took a perfect win over Dancho and his Morioka Morpekos. I've been butchering that every week. I'm sorry, Dancho. The Miami Heatrans, coached by MetaMechs, squeaked out a 1-0 over the newest competitor, the Natural 91, and his Canton Crocodiles. And the New York Metangs, coached by Weedy, took a 3-0 loss to the Pittsburgh Plusos, coached by Crawdaddy. Alright, now, Week 8 leaderboard. As you can see on the left of your screen, this is where everybody currently stands. But it's where they came from. That's the journey. Fist Your Doom has been in first since Week 1. I think? Maybe? Maybe not. No, I think the Houston Toros were number 1 Week 1 because they took a 6-0 over me. But with his loss, he went from plus 27 differential to 24. Doesn't really matter. Flygon went from 3rd to 2nd, increasing his differential from plus 12 to plus 18. Q, the Costa Rican, went from 2nd down to 3rd, but still increased his own differential from 13 to 18. Cahoots went from 6th to 4th, increasing his differential from plus 6 to 12. Crawdaddy stayed in 5th and moved his differential from 7 to 10. MetaMech went from 4th to 6th, increasing his ratio by 1. Rucker, myself, went from 8th to 7th. Finally out of the negatives, went from -2 to +2. Hopefully we can stay going in that direction. N20 Hero went from 9th to 8th, increasing his differential from plus 8 to plus 13. Weedy went from 7th down to 9th with that loss, going from plus 4 to plus 1. Jiff went from 12th to 10th, going from -4 to -1. Scythe stayed in 11th, but went from plus 2 to -3. Mero, which hasn't been around, was now swapped to the Natural 91. Typo again. With that loss, unfortunately, the Natural went from 13th to 12th. Mero didn't really leave them in a good position, with -13 to -14. Dan Chow went from 12th to 13th with losing 6 to his differential, going from -11 to -17. Aaron stayed in 14th, went from -18 to -24. Dante stayed in 15th, -18 to -23. And Endgame, still rocking the bottom, went from -22 to -26. The top 8 killers. Now, to be 100% clear there was another 3-0 win, but their differential, Crawdaddy's win differential, was not better than mine. So his mon did not make top 5, even though it tied with Noivern and Shaman. Noivern scooped up three lives from the Backward Crocodiles. Shaman from the Indianapolis Bolts took out 3 of the Washington Blaziken's mons. Mimikyu set up Swords Dance after Swords Dance and plowed through 4 members of the Morpekos. Arceus Steel took out 5 members of the Soul Salamances. And Dragapult, once again, rocking out at the top, taking out 5 mons from the Vegas Golden Escavaliers. Seems like Q really knows how to use that, huh? Mimikyu is number 1, 16-2 overall kill leader. Lunala, 16-3. Mega Blaziken, 16-6. Dragapult coming up just a little short at 14-2, but if Q continues to play the way he has, Dragapult might be at the top at the end of this. Dialga, 13-2, tied with Galadarn, which is 13-2. Arceus Steel at 12-2. Zeraora at 12-3. Solgaleo and Zamazenta Crown both at Solgaleo at 11-3 and Zamazenta Crown at 11-7. Surprise of the week. This is actually back because this is a huge win for Jif. Yes, he has Arceus Steel. Yes, he's got a really good team, but Fist Your Doom draft never changed from day one. He drafted probably the scariest team in all the league, and on top of that, he hasn't swapped anything out, and he's been playing super competitive, really good. Obviously not losing to anyone up until Jif. So it's a big deal to take a 3-0 against the number 1 seed, whose differential did nothing but rise the entire season. And now we're going to go to the Battle of the Week. What's good, you guys? We're here, and we are here for the Battle of the Week. We're going to play it on fast, and we're going to roll through this. MetaMech was going to get a 3-0 win over Mero, who hasn't been showing up, and the Natural 91 has shown up and taken the spot for Mero. So we're looking forward to see what this new guy has and how good he is. So we're going to get ready to this battle, and we're going to see what's going on. Alright, the fake out Kecleon lead is pretty good. Ice Punch gets this freeze right here, which is just fantastic. Allows him to keep the edge, get the knockoff, gets rid of the Assault Vest. Then he gets out of there, comes in with Zygarde, sets up a sub, and looks like he's going to go to town. He's going to try to D-dance up and push MetaMech into a corner, but MetaMech brings Curse Gliscor, which is pretty insane. And now it does enough damage to not just break the sub, but could actually potentially destroy Zygarde. And Outrage just doesn't do enough damage. The Ice Fang comes in clutch and takes him out. The Natural 91 is behind because now he's missing his big guns, but with the freeze, down goes Araquanid. No webs come up. If Araquanid even had webs. And this Shadow Balling Finny is absolutely doing the most work here. The unfortunate para here on the Avalugg is going to cost the National 91 the Avalugg. The paras kind of affect the game and exactly what's going on, so that's super unfortunate. And then in comes the wow, all of a sudden the Nihilego. I don't know why he knocked off. I think he expected him to swap. I would have just gone for the Power Gem from the beginning. Getting the fake out and then the drain punch really kind of helped Kecleon do some serious damage and take this the Zorua out. Now it's a 3-on-2. The Eruption takes out the Gliscor. The Will-O-Wisp miss is super unfortunate because it looks like Eruption is the only stab fire move that this thing has, and locking himself into Thunderbolt really helped MetaMech take care of not just the Typhlosion, but also get enough damage in on the Tapu Fini for the Solgaleo to come in Oko. I don't think Sunsteel Strike Oko's from full on the Fini, but I could be wrong. Also, it seemed like that Fini only used the one move, so I don't know if that was also... Oh no, it was Weakness Policy. Okay, so I say that that's Battle of the Week worthy. Guy comes in, steps up, takes over somebody else, and only loses by 1 Mon in the Sun Division, which is super highly competitive, and everybody's in the top runnings. Now, this getting a 1-0 over the natural actually hurt MetaMech a lot. He got a win, yes, but he got a small win, which actually forced him down in the rankings. So the natural's actually helping keep people in check, whereas getting the free 3-0 is no bueno. So I want to say thank you to the Natural 91 for stepping up, and great battle to both MetaMech and the Natural. MetaMech is a YouTuber, so go check out his stuff. His link will be in the description below. And we're going to pass this back over to Future Ruck. And I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of content, please leave a like. Also, this is only one half of the DTC Week 8 results. I do believe that Spencer, if he's not too busy, will be covering A-League. If not, I will figure something out this week. And if he can't do it, I will probably do something like a double, because he wasn't able to do last week's as well. So I will look into that, and I will get back to you, or I will post a video for you guys in A-League. His link's going to be down in the description. He's provided the thumbnails for this entire set. He's been super helpful behind the scenes. So I want to say thank you again to Spencer. I want to say thank you for you guys coming out and watching. It's a big deal. Every like, every sub, every comment you guys leave, it's greatly appreciated. I want to say stay safe, and I want to say peace out for now.